Warning: this podcast is recommended for mature audiences only. The following is a podcast of friends who are just vibing and talking about whatever the fuck we want. Whatever you do, do not take what we have to say at any point in time seriously. Enjoy. Hello, my name is June.
I'm Smokez.
I'm Jay.
And we got Big Smooth.
Big Smooth, baby.
Big Smooth.
Big Smooth.
Alright.
Big Smooth.
So, what are we doing here, boys?
We making a podcast, fam.
What else we gonna do?
Damn.
We got
Episode
quarantine
1.
crazies, you know.
You know that the Big Smooth.
So, Smokes, do you want to tell the people what the podcast is all about?
All right, so this podcast is mainly just the boys talking about some random shit we like to talk about, and today we got some fire fucking topics for y'all. We got different ways the boys like to smoke, cause you know we all gotta toke a little different. And then Jaden, what's the next topic?
We also got, is being a lightweight okay?
So as y'all see, we got some juicy topics that we about to hop into right now. So with that being said, June, what is your favorite way to toke?
My favorite way to toke. Well, okay. First off, there are so many different ways to smoke weed, and a lot of people don't appreciate all the different ways that you could smoke weed. And honestly, just recently, I think I found my favorite way to smoke weed, and that is with hemp wraps. I absolutely love the idea of smoking weed with weed. And depending on which one you get, the ones that I recently just got, they're fucking twisted hemp. The flavors on they're just like no other. It hits super smooth. They burn slowly. It's great to just pass around, you know. And
I've seen you hitting them on your stories. They look like they burn pretty evenly, kind of looking like a slow cherry. Like, ooh, that shit hits.
Also, another brand that I would recommend is High Hemp's hemp wraps. I've had them before. They burn pretty slowly. They're really nice.
yeah.
Dang, Jane
But
giving
are they
out-
comparable
Jane giving out
to-
sponsorships and we ain't even sponsored yet? Damn.
But are they comparable to tobaccos like some woods? Like a lot better, or like
Honestly-
is there even any comparison?
Well, okay, yeah. So I feel like there's a really good comparison here. If like you're addicted to nicotine or whatever, because I know some people will go on the blunt train and they get addicted to the weed and the nicotine because of the blunt wrap, you know. And if I just think that the hemp wrap is a really good alternative, but every now and again, like, you know, I fuck with blunts, like. If you could, it depends.
A blunt
if
a
you could
day
handle.
keeps the bad vibes away.
Yeah, if you can handle the nicotine from a blunt, then I think that's fine. But some people like just don't like nicotine. I know a lot of people don't like nicotine. Like my dad,
Me being one of them.
if he smokes
I
a blunt,
don't
like
like
he's
it.
gonna get a headache, you know, and. This gives you a good, like, thick type smoke like you would get from a blunt. I think it's a little smoother than a blunt.
It doesn't hit the back of your throat as hard.
Yeah.
Dude, y'all making me kind of jelly now. I kind of want one of these hoes.
Dude, they're nice. You need one.
Yeah. So, overall, hemp wraps, I think that's my favorite way to smoke. How about you, Smooth?
I'm new to the game still. It's I ain't tried
Enlighten
nothing
this
too
young Padawan.
crazy. I mean, whatever one hitter quitter me, to be honest. And we've all know this has happened more than once.
too many
literally
times.
I had a snap memory the other day pop up where it was you on the couch just screaming because you were doped from my from my bowl that I packed after my graduation.
You for real took only like 1 or 2 hits, and you were
No, it was
domed.
one. It was one hit because he immediately set the bong down, went to the couch and went hella times. Like, he was gone.
The pain I felt that night was not okay.
I thought you could handle just like the Keef sandwich, dude.
That it was too
I'm
much.
sorry.
It was too much.
I'm so sorry.
So speaking of Keef sandwiches, is that like are bowls your favorite way to smoke?
Yeah, mostly bonger pipe. Bubblers are pretty nice. They do hit different, but nothing beats a nice bong.
I do love me a nice bong with some ice in the stem.
Ooh, always
That
some nice
shit's
ice cold hits.
nice.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you there. And actually, in fact, I'm gonna turn my gain up on my microphone a little bit, so I'm gonna take a bong rip for the boys right now.
Ooh, all right.
The council will rate this bong. Definitely, yes.
Definitely.
Sounded like a nice chug. Chug. Some solid coughs at the end.
Yeah.
I'm giving
Oh,
it a 6.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
I have to agree.
I think I
I've-
took
yeah.
a 6 bong rip. Yeah.
I've seen you hit some big shit, so that's a decent 6.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, I've seen you hit like a 9 or a 10 before. Those are some good rips, but this was about a 6 for you.
Hey, you hit a couple 6s, you're cruising, you're vibing. That's what we like.
Booming.
I'm not trying to get too dumb for this podcast, you know. I want to be able to know what I'm talking about.
I feel the kiss of death awaiting me.
So, Smokes.
My
What's your favorite way
way?
of smoking?
Oh man. See, recently I've found new ways that I enjoy smoking. Going up to college, definitely had to improvise. So, that being said, grab bongs, dude. They're just different, bro.
Yeah,
Like-
there's a lot of water in grab bongs, and you could snap whole bowls with a grab bong, easy.
It's
And-
just a nonstop because even if like you think you can't take any more, you're just it doesn't stop. You just gotta keep sucking, dude. Like,
Go
and
big
if
or
you
go
get like
home,
a nice 2-liter soda, cut the bottom off.
right? Ooh, that's a big
That's
rip.
a nice one. That's a nice one.
Mm.
Like we had a couple where we took water bottles and did it, so you have like a nice little 1-hitter. But if
I
you're having
used-
a bunch of people over, 2-liter all the way.
I
Oh,
used a Listerine bottle and a cereal container.
nah. You
I
guys,
could really-
Crackhead shit.
I could really cut the bottom off this half-gallon sweet tea that I have right now and use it.
nah, you
Yeah.
guys haven't taken a grab on rip until you've gotten the 5-gallon jug, cut off the bottom, and taken it out of that.
Dude, Jaden, what?
You can't fit your mouth around that. I'm seriously concerned.
No, what you do is you get the lid of it. It's just like a little disc. Just drill
Yeah,
a
and
little
you just
hole in
cut
it.
a hole in that.
Yeah, because you make it to where the bowl will fit in it, and then just use that same hole. It's
But that's such a big hole to fit your mouth around.
no, because you're only inhaling from about the size of the bowl, so 14 mils.
Oh, are you taking out the bowl?
Yeah, you don't take off the lid. You
when
take
I
out
do
the
it,
bowl.
I unscrew the cap,
I know,
so
but
that way
Yeah.
I don't touch the bowl.
So the way Michael and I did it is we got a 5-gallon bucket as the base where we put the water, and then we got a 2-liter and then put an actual glass bowl in the cap of the 2-liter. So we would screw it on the 2-liter in the 5-gallon thing, and then do it, and then unscrew the cap, and then take it straight from the bottle.
Ah, I see what you're doing. The only reason why I did it like that though is because the cap is so big you can't fit your entire mouth around it, so I just made a smaller hole and used it. That
I mean, hey, if it works, it works. But yeah, not.
because
Definitely a grab bong has got to be the fucking
Oof.
wave, dude.
that is a one hit and you're fucking done, especially if you got some top shelf.
Oh,
Ooh.
easily. But like that's not always viable. So I'd say like a more accessible way I like doing it has got to be dabs.
Ooh.
Mm.
Dabs are like my like more like accessible way to.
I
so
feel
that's my
like
favorite.
that's almost cheating. Dabs is like super weed.
I know.
Like-
Well, no, it's not even like the fact like
Killer weed.
that it's more concentrated. It's just like
The whole
I re-
experience, like
yeah,
heating
I
up the
like
dab
I like
and-
heating up the banger. I like fucking around with the carb cap, especially the one that Senior got, the rubber one.
Mhm.
That one's nice. And then I don't know, just it's seeing something about seeing it melt and just like instantly fog up the piece when you put the carb on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
it's
yeah.
just so satisfying.
I think the best part about it too is when you take a fat dab, it's just the sizzle to it. It's such a beautiful sound that
When
you
when we
know
did
the
the third of a gram, when we put that shit in and it was bubbling like bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
That perfect sizzle.
I was dead that night.
yeah, that
Like June has videos of me crying.
I'm pretty sure I saw a couple of them.
Yeah, no, he sent them to our group chat. Like it was bad, dude. Like
Yeah.
I was scared at first because I didn't know if the room was moving or if I was moving.
When
And
you're
nothing,
that
like,
far
nothing was
gone,
moving. I was
there's
sitting in a chair.
when you're that far gone, it's hard to tell.
Dude, I went to the bathroom because like I needed to shit and I was so high that I was like I can't hold this in. So I was literally terrified I was gonna shit myself at June's fucking dinner table. I was so scared.
I thought he had a puke, to be honest. But
No,
then when he
I-
came out, he's like, "Oh, I just had to take a shit." like and
I
was
could
"Oh."
like I cause you know how like if you're holding in a shit, cause like it didn't feel like a lot. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna just go like this tiny shit, you know?
Mhm.
And so I was like, I can hold it. And then I tried clenching, and I was like, I can't. So I immediately got up and I was like, nope, not happening today.
Uh,
Yeah, I was so scared. I've never pooped my pants. I'm hoping to keep it that way.
so Jay, what's your favorite way of smoking?
Honestly, I do love smoking a bong. It's a great way to get you high really fast. I just love the way that the chug sounds sometimes. But honestly, I gotta go with a fucking joint, man.
Classic.
Joint. Yeah, because you
I
can
can't, I
sit
can't blame you
there.
for that.
You can just hit it for 20, 30 minutes at a time. You can go as long as you want, really. And also, just after one, you still have a good high. It's fucking great.
And then you get nice little roaches.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't use that shit because I'm not. I'm
You know
not
what?
that
You know what
desperate.
though? You know what? You can't. That's a good perk though. That I feel like that's underrated. Cause like if you're broke, right, and you don't
Mhm.
have money, like a lot of money to spend on weed, and over time you collect these roaches. You can collect the roaches and empty out all the little bits of weed and
Mm-hmm. And you can
Just
make a
make a
roach
bowl.
that
joint.
way.
You can make a roach joint too, which gets you way fucking higher because it's so resonated.
Droids.
But that shit is nasty.
That's rough. Like that's like some if you're on like the ends of your supply and shit for a while.
And that's
I
like-
personally haven't had to do that.
I have
Neither
never
have
had
I.
to do that.
Thank,
But I
thank God.
understand.
That's blessings up that we have not had to do that.
Yeah, because ooh, I know some people who have, and I have been in the room with people who do it. It smells
it's just rough.
awful. and I can
it's
hear the
bad.
smoker's cough constantly, and it's just nasty.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather not
Mm.
ever do that. But dude, honestly, what you were saying though, one J just doesn't do it for me anymore.
That's just because
Like
your tolerance is too high, man. I rarely get to go out and smoke because I'm trying to hide it from my parents. So I get to
I
go
have
out,
to still hide it from my mom.
but also you
What?
can go over to June's house anytime, pretty
Yeah,
much.
she doesn't question me anymore.
Exactly. But I can't
Wait, well,
just spark up once a day.
you
Or
guys hear
just
that?
spark up.
You guys hear
What?
that? A
What?
segue into the next topic is lightweight being okay.
That is true.
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh. I wasn't ready for that one.
Ooh.
Hey, smooth is not getting as smooth because that's what I was trying to do,
Ooh.
low key.
But also,
He might be wrinkle. He might be a big wrinkle pretty soon. Goddamn.
Hey,
He's
we
getting there,
gonna
he's getting
wrinkle
there.
up here, boy.
but back to what I was saying, I can't just go out and smoke whenever I want. I can only do it on certain nights when my dad is home and asleep to where I can sneak out of the house and go out to my sister's car or fuck, even out to a bench. And it just gets so tedious sometimes. I just can't go out and do it every night. But when I'm
I
at
will say
Mhm.
I do kind of miss that. Like the needing to be more secretive about it and like
It's honestly
because
kind of fun.
yeah, I feel like
It's
people
thrilling.
underappreciate the thrill you get from doing shit like that.
But also the
Like
reward seems so much so much greater when you do that.
I'm gonna say this now. I am not condoning anybody like directly disobeying their parents. So let this be known.
I
I
do
am
not
not telling
condone
you to be a
it.
delinquent. I am just saying
I also
from
do not
personal
condone
experience.
underage smoking
Just
as
saying
long
from
as it is legal.
experience. It's fun.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
also, I do have to say, being paranoid and you having to worry about the parents, I think is much worse when you're, I mean, having to worry about it, you know?
it's
Like,
That
yeah,
is
like
true.
because there are times where like you might nearly get caught and you're like, fuck, like how am I gonna get myself out of this one? I've been in those situations. I
This is
wonder.
oh, I have to
Oh my
hide it from him
dude,
because
one
he's
day,
gonna fucking
like when you move out and you don't have to worry about going back, like, and I just can't wait for the day for you to tell him, like, yo, by the way, all these years I've been smoking weed with my sister, and
He knows about my sister. He's threatened to kick my sister out multiple times. He has even told her because she came home smelling like it one time. She wasn't even smoking it. Her friends were. That was the one time she was actually sober. She came home smelling like it. My dad said, "All right, pack your shit, get out by tomorrow."
Whoa,
Like, what the fuck?
whoa, dude!
Just
That's
out of
fucking wild.
nowhere. He's so over the top, and he's honestly the reason why me and my sister smoke so much. He has just put us in this constant state of where we don't feel in the right. We feel like we don't belong, or we feel like we have to be hiding ourselves. So this is why we hide stuff from him, and he gets so pissed off and so confused on just why we do it. He doesn't realize
Yeah.
that he's the reason.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot. Like that's the case with a lot of parents who share like that aspect with your dad, which is really rough. Because I know people who are in situations similar, and I am very sorry. Like I can't imagine that because it just seems very difficult to deal with.
It really is, but on the other hand, I am such a big fucking stoner. Like, I'm sitting here, I have 2 wax pens and a stizzy just sitting here. I have a fucking smoke buddy. I have 3 ounces of flour in my sister's car. I have another, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8 pre-rolls. I have 2 grams of dabs. I have 2 bongs, fucking a pipe, and a bubbler.
This man's running
And
a
the dab
dispensary
rig.
out of his room.
And yet my dad still doesn't know.
All right, all right. But back to topic.
Is lightweight being an okay? Is being a lightweight okay?
I have mixed feelings about this, dude.
Yeah,
Honestly,
like
same.
it's nice because you don't have to break the bank to get domed. You know.
Exactly.
Big
Like
facts. It's easy stonks.
Cause I can go to the dispensary, get a $15 pre-roll, which has like a little bit of a fucking shatter in it, smoke it, and it's like not even a full gram. It's a .8 pre-roll, but it has that little bit of shatter in it, and I can still get a nice, decent high. I mean, it's not over the top. It's just a nice little buzz, but it's a good high. If I want to get fucking blasted, though, I can go get like an eighth, smoke the whole thing at once, and be fucking loaded. So I am on both. I'm like right in the middle of where I can be a lightweight and I can be a heavyweight.
I'd say you're like a moderate smoker. Like
Yeah.
you enjoy the comfortable high that you get from that. That's enough that would get a lightweight high,
Mm-hmm.
but you
See,
can also push your limits.
I honestly think that I'm kind of a lightweight, cause I'll take one bong rip and I'll be pretty high, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
I
I'm
just
kinda-
can. I just feel like I can get ridiculously high.
Honestly,
And
I mean, there like you can definitely be a lightweight, and I feel like you can smoke frequently. You just have the capacity to get dummy high.
because I
like,
have
very quickly. It's just I feel like being a lightweight isn't being able to smoke a lot. It's how high you
it's
get.
being able
in
to
the
control your tolerance is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like people who are lightweights are just they get high easier, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna green out faster.
but then there are super lightweights like Smooth.
Smooth.
Who
Do
takes
you
one
wanna
hit
defend
and they're
yourself
gone
real
for
Yeah,
the
quick?
I
night.
feel like out of everyone here today on the podcast, Smooth is going to be the most experienced in this category. So you want to take it away?
Yeah, Smooth. You're the expert here.
Is he here?
Smooth.
Smooth.
Oh, we're here. We're here.
Have you been listening?
Yeah, I've been talking to.
Has your mic been muted?
You got muted.
Okay. So, bro, 1J, I'm out. You could buy your $15. I'll go over there to the kid next door with $5. Be like, hey, give me what you got.
I mean, they do have $5 pre-rolls at the dispensary.
And be out. I got my pen right now. I'm like, I've been
He's
hitting it
already
since 6
fucking
o'clock
out.
this morning. So I'm pretty doomed.
I will never forget the time we go into your work and we just got June just got his banana cart.
Bro, that I want one.
This is when we like first met you. For those who y'all
Ooh,
probably none of y'all know.
Banana, we are going
We-
on this topic today. Keep going.
We met Smooth because he used to work at this laser tag place that we used to go to, and we became homies, and we would get free games and shit. So this one day he asked if we smoked, and we went out back and started smoking off of June's pen. And it was a banana one, and this man, June, how many hits did he take off your pen?
Probably like 2,
I
maybe 3.
I was thinking it was 3. I was gonna give him benefit of the doubt and say 3. It might have been 2 though. I could see him taking 2, and he literally goes back in, sits in front of the counter, like not even where the workers are supposed to be, where the customers stand, and sits underneath it, looking up at the LED lights underneath the counter, and he's just staring at them, like guys, I'm domed.
That was the
And he's
first
just
time I
sitting there,
ever hit
legs
a
sprawled
pen.
out. His coworkers like, is he okay? And we looked at them and just said no.
And
the first
it's funny
time.
though
This man.
Oh my.
because of how like he asked if we smoked, right?
Uh-huh.
And then us seeing him get domed off 2 hits, we're like, "Do you smoke?" Like,
Because
Were you just
this
trying
is, I
to
feel
try
like
it
this is
for the
when we
first
just
time?
started like getting into it really, like June, like because we used to like smoke, but
This is when you
we-
started to become actual stoners, not just
Yeah.
yeah, this is when
smokers.
we started to smoke. Like this is when my name started to brew, dude.
yeah.
I just I feel like every time after that, Smooth just then like, oh, what Smooth? Can you do the noise that you make when you get high?
Which one?
You said which one? The fucking the like screech, the one that's like a fucking pterodactyl.
I don't.
Oh my god.
I'm actually gonna loop it back to the first topic because I feel like there's so much that we haven't talked about. There's so many different ways to smoke weed.
Yeah, I mean, oh my god,
Upside
dude. I
down.
could
Like-
I have although
Laying
I
down.
said I like dabbing and grab bugs, I like doing so many more.
But
Oh.
I want to talk about like the big shit. Like, what?
Oh,
We need to get.
our
We
ex-
need to
our
tell the
escapades?
viewers. We
Our
need
adventures?
to. Yeah, we need to tell the listeners. Just the kinds of joints we roll, like how
Ooh.
we smoke. You know, like people smoke blunts and joints, but how do we smoke smokes?
So let the record show, when quarantine initially started, before I started working, I was quarantined at June's house. So we spent a lot of time together and we smoked a lot of weed together.
Mm-hmm.
So this is some of the stuff we did when we got bored of smoking weed regular ways. This is not stuff we do day to day. I'm gonna say that now. Which one do you want me to start off with? The one of the time we've done some time bombs. We've done
The big one.
the
I mean,
donut,
the cannon, the fucking sausage
finger?
joint,
Oh.
the finger,
the
yeah.
finger.
the finger,
Okay.
the thumb,
Finger.
the thumb.
All right, so imagine y'all have a gram of shatter and roughly an eighth of weed. That could
Like-
last you.
Yeah,
That's like a top shelf eighth of weed, right?
Mm-hmm.
oh, of course. We only smoke top shelf.
Top shelf
this
eighth
house.
of weed, and then a decently priced gram of shatter. Now imagine rolling that into one big joint.
Well, first off, like an eighth of weed could go a long way for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, like if
Like
you
that
don't
Easily.
could
if
last
you don't
a week
smoke frequently, an eighth can last you a
or
while.
longer. Like
Like I have friends who like they've had eighths for like forever, dude. Like it feels like they just never run out of weed because they rarely use it.
Like I've seen somebody have an eighth for over 3 months before.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Was that me?
It might have been.
Jesse has an eighth from like 2012. He's like, guys, I still gotta go with. Fucking smooth. over
Halfway
there,
done.
dude. Halfway. Nah. So we took that, ground it all up. I had to connect. How many filters did you say I had to connect, June?
it was 6, but we put on like 7 or 8.
7?
I think so.
Damn.
Yeah. So we put on 7 filters, and then it took 2 modified papers. So we connected 2 rolling papers, and then we had to cut it so it wasn't too long, because it would have fallen. So what we had to do was start rolling it like normal, like a big fatty. But right before
Only
we closed
halfway.
it, huh?
First we would put the flour in halfway, and then
Roll it up like a normal fatty first, like just get it going, like the shape.
yeah.
And while this is all going on, somebody, mainly me, would shape the wax because June, Mr. Rollin' Master over there, would start shaping the J. I'd roll this bitch into a worm. We'd lay that hoe perfectly in there after freezing it. If you ever want to remove shatter off of wax paper, you have to freeze it.
Freeze it. Oh my god. It makes the job so much easier. It just comes right off the wax paper.
Yeah. And also, if you had some shit like on there and you can't scoop it off, freeze it and you can crack it off, shape it into little dab that you can smoke. Stoner hacks. But anyway, once we had that done, we cut off the excess paper and we had a J with an eighth of flour and a gram of shatter in the center. And my lord, when I tell you that one hit got me domed, I could have sworn I was hearing colors.
Literally, the tiniest hit that you took off of it, because it was so fat, the
And so
tiniest
dense.
hit,
It was dense too.
yeah, one tiny hit would produce a cloud of smoke.
Like
No cap.
imagine probably the biggest bong rip that anybody you know has taken. The milkiness that comes out, it looks like a fucking vape mod smoke. That's damn near what we had.
Damn.
But in a fucking joint.
Exactly. Yeah. It was probably it was the length of my finger, the size
And
of a
it-
fucking sausage. Dude, and when we started it off, it was just flour. Cuz we put the shatter like slightly beneath the surface. So as soon as we hit that, dude, it was over.
Yeah, once it hit the shatter, that's when the big smokes came in. And that's when everyone starts coughing. And we were in the dining room, right? And the dining room it's a decent size. It's like a living room size, right? Maybe.
But also it leads into other rooms because it's so
It
open.
leads into the kitchen and into the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's not much blocking the air from the dining room to the living room and kitchen.
Yeah. It could go pretty much everywhere, the whole house.
It could basically cover
Yeah.
the entire house.
And when that shit is boxy,
Yeah.
You could literally see, like, I would take a hit, you could see it go up to the ceiling, and then you could, like, I'd take another hit, and you could still see the remnants of my first hit, like, where they were floating.
I want to box your house again, June.
Like, when I tell you I could act like Aang in that shit, just pushing all the air around, being like, "Whoa, Avatar." Like, I'm telling you, dude. It was insane. Dude, Smooth would have been fucking dead.
He wouldn't.
smooth
He would have
could
been passed
just
out on the
been
floor
in there
hours
breathing,
ago.
and he would die. Like, he wouldn't have to take a hit. He would
We
just
could have
have to
just
breathe.
put him in the box. Dude, wait, speaking of boxing. Do we want to tell the story of when we boxed my room? So, while I was quarantined at June's place, I got my quote unquote room. And initially, when we thought quarantine was going to last a very short amount of time, I didn't bother to like organize it to, you know, fit my needs essentially. And then when I finally organized it, cleaned it up, it was looking pretty nice. So I texted June and his girlfriend saying, "Hey, tomorrow we're boxing my room with every way we can smoke imaginable." Now, June, do you want to tell them some of the things that we did?
Yeah, so we had a grav bong in there. We had a normal beaker bong in there. Or no, it wasn't a beaker bong. It was
No,
just
we
a
had-
normal.
No, we
Little
had the
bong.
beaker bong as well. We had two bongs, one for you two and then one for me.
Oh yeah, we did. We had a regular bong. It was
Yeah, Jay's bong.
Yeah. And we even had our wax pens. We were doing our wax pens, and we
Mhm.
were just vibing, listening to music, playing Uno. And
Let the record show that I got gangbanged in Uno. They double teamed me. I am gonna say there was collusion.
You can never
There's
play against those
favoritism.
two. There's always collusion.
There's favoritism.
Always.
No matter what game it is.
Ooh, Smooth is calling you out.
Ooh.
You gonna take that?
I mean, y'all are just hating because I have a faithful girlfriend.
Bitch, I do too.
Wow.
Anyways,
What's a
Anyway.
girlfriend?
Smooth wouldn't know. It's okay, I
The
don't
pain and sorrow.
When you try your best, but you
But you
don't
don't
succeed.
we ended up we modified the game rules of Uno a little bit to
Collusion.
fit smoking into the equation.
Oh.
So whenever there was like a reverse, that person had to take a hit, and there were just a whole bunch of other things.
If you
And-
got
Plus 4.
plus
you got
2, it
bought.
was a 3-second hit. Plus 4 was a 5-second hit. Off of your pen.
Or a bong rip.
Or a bong rip, yes. I kept opting for the pen because the bong was just fucking me up, dude. I couldn't.
It was scaring the shit out of you.
No, dude. Okay, when I tell you, if you inhaled, you were taking another hit. I'm like, June, am I lying?
That shit was so boxy because we had the door closed, and it's not the
And we-
biggest room. It's not the smallest either, but
It's a decent size. It's like, I'd say, a standard room.
yeah. And that shit was like, I don't even know if I could see the ceiling.
It was probably. Oh, fuck, dude. I don't even know, man. All I remember is inhaling, feeling like I took a hit off the bong, coughing, and then
And then
trying to
the-
recover my breath from the coughing and feeling like
and
I
then
took another
dying
hit.
even more. Yeah.
I slept like a baby that night. I know that for a fact. Oof. What are some other adventures that we've done?
So many. Too many to fucking count.
The
Oh. Oh.
But, Graham.
What
you know
about
what
Called
our
the
favorite
segment.
adventures are, right?
Bong Boy Adventures.
Bong Boy Adventures.
Oh, if we're talking Bong Boy
Oh,
Adventures, how about the time
that'd be
where
funny.
I made I made a bong out of a vodka bottle for the pens. I drilled a hole in the side of a glass vodka bottle, stuck in a silicone straw, and hot glued it to where it would make a tight seal. The inside of the straw fit perfectly over the tips of our carts, so we could take a huge fucking rip off of our pens. But what me and June found out is the tip of his key was the perfect diameter to make a bowl out of an apple. And we ended up using that as really the first bong I ever used. But we used the apple as a bowl to make an actual fucking bong. Holy fuck, I was high after that.
Yeah.
And
that was
people say that stoners are lazy. That just shows the
When it
initiative
comes-
you took. You
When
took
it comes to
a
stoners
bottle
wanting
and
to
made
smoke,
it into
we
a
become
bong
fucking
with an apple.
astrophysicists.
Dude, I'm just saying, that doesn't sound too lazy to me.
If I wanted to make a pipe or a bong, I'd become the smartest man ever to live.
Bro, same.
I am currently holding a Cheez-It box. I could turn this into a bong.
You just
Dude,
look at
I'm
an item
holding-
and you're like, boom, boom. All right, I got it.
I'm looking at a squirt bottle right now. I could turn that into a freaking bong.
McDonald's large soda cup, easy.
Bro,
Ari-
don't
Arizona
even get me
sweet tea
started
can,
on the
easy.
McDonald's cup. What I
Easy.
did, I don't condone this activity because I was a stupid idiot.
Are you talking about the thing you did at school?
Yeah, I was in
Dude, I
class
love
one
this
time,
story.
and I got a McDonald's cup. I had a pen at the time where it was just a magnetic drop into it, and you inhale. There's no buttons or anything. I got a straw that fit very tightly around the cart, dropped it in there, and it just looked like a normal soda. So I cut off the top of the straw to make it look the right length, and then we were watching a movie that day in class. So I just looked like I was taking a drink of the soda, took a fat freaking rip, blew it down into my backpack, looked back up, nobody saw anything, passed it to June. He was freaking doing it with me in class. Oh, those were good days, but stupid thing.
The closest I ever did to smoking at school was smoking prior to school, and just I would walk around all day domed.
I would walk to school with Bible papers, unroll a joint, and roll a joint with Bible papers on the way to school. And then once we got to school, we would smoke in my friend's car. And then during lunch, we had our carts, and we'd just smoke our carts during lunch and be baked walking into the next class or eating edibles during lunch.
Oh my god.
Smooth, what the fuck, dude?
Holy shit.
For those who don't know, before Smooth was a lightweight, he had this homie who's big stoner. So Smooth used to not be so lightweight, but he's
turned back into
now
one.
he is.
I had
Or
Yeah,
there was
but
another time where before school, me, June, his girlfriend, hopped in June's car. We were like, shit, I forgot my battery and his batteries just died. But I was like, I have a portable charger. And he had a cord, like a charging cable, that he had cut and split the wires on. So we hooked up the positive and negative on the cartridge and plugged the USB into the battery. As soon as I turned on that power button, it was instantly coils, red hot, biggest fucking rip you've ever taken from a pen before.
God,
Oh my god,
my-
the biggest fucking cloud I've ever seen.
and once again, they say stoners are lazy.
Bro,
and
I even 3D printed a fucking, wow. I 3D printed a bong that I could fit a portable charger into the bottom of it and just take it out to charge it. But every time you put it in, I could screw in a cartridge, press a button, and fucking use that as a bong.
we would
But
make
anyway.
pipes in our ceramics class.
I made June a what was it, like a little carrier thing that it could be a mini ashtray, but I gave it to him to put his extra carts in because he
Bro,
had
he
dummy amounts of
does.
carts.
But anyways,
yeah.
after
Always.
I took that hit, I blew out the biggest freaking cloud, and then I didn't realize what time it was. The bell had literally rung 3 minutes later, and I had to walk into fucking first period. It was, what was it? Econ. Mr. But I went in, and we had a test. First fucking period. First thing. Half written, half on the computer. June just fucking looked at me. He was like... June just looked at me. He was like, "You good, bro?" I just looked at him, shook my head, said no, and put my head down. That was an interesting day. Let's put it that way.
I
I
passed
got
that
a
test
C.
with an A.
C minus.
See, kids, this is why you don't smoke
I-
before taking a test.
I
I
barely
got an
passed
A.
that shit, and I studied my ass off for it.
So, like Jay described earlier about his mobile cart, I did the same thing with a wall outlet and a phone charger. And I ripped it so fucking hard. And it felt like I just sucked in pure electricity, and I just like seized up and just fell, and I just felt like I was dying.
Really? Fuck.
Are you sure
See,
you didn't
this
get
is why-
electrocuted?
I'm thinking he did,
I
and he just
probably
chalked it up
did.
to being domed.
Because I was probably
It
electrocuted.
fucking went through
and
his heart. He's like, my
stupid.
heartbeat.
I probably was just fucking dumb. I couldn't.
Oh my god. Damn.
Some of my, I feel like weed just is a really good device that brings people together and honestly just
It
create
creates
good
friendships.
memories. And yeah, it creates friendships. Or
It
if you
makes them
already
better.
have friendships, it like it
It makes some
Exactly.
lasting memories.
It makes yeah. And honestly, some of my favorite times with Smokes,
I mean-
we'd get dome. We get really high. And then you know what happens when you're high? You get a little hungry.
Yeah, some
You know?
munchies, man, dude.
And
How can you can't not get munchies?
Smokes, where would we go? What would we order?
If you're from the Sacramento area, or anywhere in Cali, really, because these places are scattered all over Cali. Y'all know what I'm about to be talking about. Y'all just might know it by another name. But when you're domed and you're just cruising and you see some Cali burrito,
Bro.
how can you not?
Bro.
How can you not
Bro.
That
just say,
sounds
let me
so
flip a
good right
bitch
now.
at this next light
Bro. Preach
and
it.
hop in that drive-through,
Preach it.
get myself an extra large horchata
Woo.
with a number 24, add ham,
Woo.
and I'ma be just vibing.
Get those
Whole
fries,
ass burrito.
son. Get those fries,
Whole ass
too, son.
horchata.
Garden asada fries for me.
Oh yes, and
with
some
the
chicken
red.
tacos maybe for the lady.
Woo.
Ooh.
Large
Get some
large piña.
taquitos. Woo.
Oh yup. Oh,
Woo.
Nico. Hey, Nico wants some carne fries, bro.
Bro, slap the bitches on.
Bro, that
Like
sounds
tell
so
you
if
good.
y'all are in the area, it's Birdos. Like it's gonna have Birdos or something in the name.
Or
They're all the fucking
California
same.
burrito.
Adalbertos.
Like literally, they're all the same. The only thing different is the people who work there and the numbers on the menu.
Fat.
Like
Yeah.
bacon, egg, cheese, potato, add ham. Easy,
Woo.
delicious as fuck.
Woo.
And not only is it delicious, but those burritos are fucking huge.
dude,
Woo.
they're
It's the size of like
freaking
my fucking
football
phone,
size.
dude. Like
Boys.
it's massive. It's like what, like $10 for the burrito and a drink, and the burrito could easily cut it in half.
That's
Eat it
2
one night,
meals.
eat it the next night. Yeah,
Easily.
exactly.
2 meals, easy.
Easy. Like I usually, if I get one as munchies, I'll eat half of it, have the other half for breakfast.
I remember when I was working construction, we cut it. We go in the morning, get a burrito, eat half of it for breakfast, and then save the other half for lunch. Oh, that second half hit different.
Dude, okay, people might think I'm weird for this, but when you get a burrito, I am a firm believer that the second half is better.
Always. It's because it's sitting there and it's marinating longer, so you get more flavor.
And not only
out
is
of
it marinating, but like while you're eating the top part,
All the
the
juices
the
go
insides
down.
are gonna shift a little bit.
Ooh.
Everything's gonna shift. So some bacon might fall down there.
Woo.
A little extra cheese goes down there, dude, because
Woo.
it's some hot cheese. It's falling down. So you get the
Goopin'.
fucking cheese and bacon and the potatoes. You got a loaded fucking burrito, dude.
Bro,
Oh my god.
my guy, my man.
You can't tell me that doesn't sound delicious.
That sounds so good.
Like, ugh. But there's days where you just can't have those.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to hit up the next best spot. June, what is that next best spot? Fam?
That Jack in the Box.
Easy clap.
You just say
yes,
fucking
sir.
Jack in the Box.
Their egg rolls.
No,
when you're done
God.
eating it.
no.
Yes. The
Yes.
curly fries and an Oreo shake, dude.
Bro.
Their Oreo shake is top notch.
Alright,
You
the
actually
Oreo
can't
shake-
do their Oreo
Oreo
shake.
Bro,
shake
have you
is
had their
good.
new loaded mini tacos?
Oh yeah,
Bro.
their tacos are.
They're so good.
No.
Their tacos are perfect for when you're lit.
Yes,
They
because
do
they have
got
that
the
perfect crunch
jalapeno
on the
poppers,
outside and they're
though.
hella soft in the middle.
They
and juicy.
do.
And dude,
They do.
you can't
have
tell
the
me you
jalapeno
don't fuck with
poppers.
curly
See,
fries.
the thing
Their
that
curly
that's
fries are so
perfect
good,
about
too.
Jack in the Box though that people don't appreciate is there's something there for everyone.
There really
They
is.
have chicken teriyaki bowls. They
They got
have
the chicky
burgers, just
tendies,
regular
bro.
burgers.
He's the jack of all trades, so he's got all the food.
Fuck, they even got cheesecake
Exactly, bro.
sometimes.
Like you can't tell. Their chicken tenders are fucking fire.
Bro,
Oh, yeah.
Jack in the Box in general is fucking fire, bro.
Like
I
it's
do like
made
their
for when you're lit.
tacos.
They
It-
had they didn't they,
They
have
literally
a thing
have
called the
munchie
munchie box?
meals.
Yeah.
Literally, late night
Like-
munchie meals is what they call it. It's after 2 a.m.
Yeah, bro. It's easy, bro. That's definitely number 2.
Ooh,
Always.
easy.
No, my number 2 is Wiener Schnitzel.
I'm not a fan of Wiener Schnitzel even when I'm sober. I
Honestly,
cannot.
I can't. The only
See,
thing
I
I
got-
can
It
get
is
from
not
there.
good. It is not good.
I gotta be out there for the homies.
I fuck with their only, and I don't like hot dogs, but for some reason I'll eat corn dogs.
No, it's the chili
I'll-
cheese
I'll-
fries.
Yeah, I'll fuck with their corn dogs and their chili cheese fries. Those are the and their ice cream.
And
Their
the
ice
the
cream
only
is what I was about to say.
I
Their
can't, dude.
orange dipped
I
ice cream
can't.
is so good.
Their chili cheese fries brings it that far high up on my list.
I don't know, man.
No, but definitely not over Jack in the Box.
Oh God, no.
Like I would only get 2 things from Wiener Schnitzel. You know, Jack in the Box, I could order pretty much their whole menu and eat it.
Yeah,
Suck
dude.
ass.
I don't. Yeah. All right. So since Smooth is obviously having some disagreements, what's your number 3? What's your number 3 for Munchie Foods? Let's say you can't get your number 1 and your number 2.
Wait, what was his number 1?
Oh wait, yeah. Is your number 1 Cali?
Yeah, my number 1's Cali.
All right.
Okay.
What's your number 2? Sorry, number
He
3.
just
He
said-
said Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener. He said Wiener.
My number 2.
Your number 3.
Oh, my
Right.
number 3. Yeah. I gotta say some Mickey D's.
You know
That-
what? I'll agree with
Honestly,
you.
I'll
I
agree.
was gonna say that. It's a classic.
Because they
You
got
know, you
can't
could
go
get
great
you
Sprite
get some
and great Coke.
chicken nuggets. You could get a McFlurry. They even
could
got
get some
coffee if
fries.
you want a coffee.
Sausage, egg, McMuffin.
You
Ooh,
know,
yes.
for the
Okay.
morning.
I don't know.
They have all day breakfast.
Some Jack.
Not anymore during COVID season.
Oh, they don't.
I thought they did.
At least the
Oh.
one that I most recently went to, they stopped doing it.
Oh, I didn't know. I mean, I mainly go there now just to grab Sprites.
Yeah.
That spicy
Um,
water hits so different.
Dude, Mickey D's Sprite hit different.
It's because they spit in
it really do.
Oh, it's so good though.
It is.
I don't know.
It's the hepatitis
who's
that makes it
listening
spicy.
to this, and I don't know where you're from, but the McDonald's that we have here, where Smokes and I are at, they have a spicy McChicken. And honestly, I'm Mexican, you know. I love spicy foods. The spicy McChicken, and I fuck with their normal McChicken. But their spicy McChicken or their normal McChicken with pickles
Ooh,
while you're dummy lit,
ooh.
that shit slap.
Ooh.
I
that
can
sounds good.
attest he has ordered this many a times.
And when I lived in San Diego, I expected, I thought that was just a thing, you know, because I've only lived here. I thought that like at almost all the McDonald's they have spicy McChickens, but you'd think the ones in San Diego would, because it's a lot of Mexicans out there.
A lot more
but
spicier.
No, they don't, and it's very
Shit.
sad.
Nice voice crack.
I'm over in the Rancho area, and they don't even have them here. It's very rare to find
Dude.
spicy McChickens.
The also the $1 any size for the drink is not a normal thing. I thought that was a normal thing.
It's
I
not.
thought it was too.
No, I went up to Seattle to visit Seattle Pacific last year, or it'd be 2 years ago now, and the only one that was $1 was a small one.
Bro,
The large was like $3.
Bro,
Damn.
on my drive here for the move, we stopped at McDonald's, and the meal was $27, right? And I give the guy a 50, and he gives me $42 back.
Oh, what?
And I was like, "Oop." And I was like, oh, just stuff that back in my wallet and walk away real quick. And
Bro, no, that reminds me of a time when I went to Taco Bell over by June's house. I went and I got a $26 order. I gave the dude a 50. He hands me my 50 back plus the change, the 26 or $24 or whatever.
So you just made 24 something.
Yeah, I made 24 something and I got my food.
Plus 24 something in food.
Yeah,
So you just get
that was great.
Jesus. I wish, dude. That's just free money.
Exactly.
The only time that's happened to me is one time in Six Flags. It was actually the 8th grade field trip.
I remember this.
Six Flags. We got some fucking energy drink out of the vending machine, and it spat out $2 for whatever reason.
OG
remember
vending
this.
machine.
What the
And we're
fuck?
like, okay. we were freaking out because we're 8th graders, but like
Yeah,
yeah.
but like
that's it.
yeah. Dude, we just got money at that vending machine.
So, the downfalls of being a lightweight is while you're asleep screaming and fighting for your life in your head, everyone else is out there having fun, having a great time, seeing some trippy shit, and you're dying and your body shutting down, and all you hear is demons.
This is sounding very, very personal, dude.
I had a bad trip, man.
So you just need to smoke less then. You can't handle the keef.
I can't.
You just need like
So that
You
means
just
that you
need-
need to know your limit.
Little baby one.
Oh no, he does though. I feel like you do.
I do, and I try to push past it, like Goku. Even
He
before
needs to
your
get his ass
problem.
beat, but by the weed before he could surpass it.
I gotta go Super Saiyan.
All right, boys. So, we've been smoking and quarantining for a while, and we're playing a lot of video games. And pretty recently, we've been playing a lot of Warzone, and I feel like that's a big part of our lives today. You know, a part of day-to-day life.
It's
That I think that we should talk to the people about. What are your thoughts, Smooth, on the current state of Warzone?
so current state of Warzone. I'm liking that it's not necessarily just growl meta anymore. Everyone's trying out everything different. And, you know, some hidden gems have come out, you know, with the Bruin being a monster. And then, but I'm sticking with the M13 and trying to get this AK out there too, but ain't working out as much. One thing that's quite irritating with the game right now is it's feeling a lot. The ground loot ain't feeling too good, to be honest. I feel like ground loot could be a little bit better. You go entire.
Well, ground loot is something that they change every season, though.
Yeah,
So
I'm kind of on Smooth's side though for this because I feel like this season's floor loot has been significantly more lackluster than the past 3 seasons.
Yeah, we're seeing almost
Yeah,
all basic
it is pretty
weapons
tame.
and all.
Like, I love the RAM and everything, but the fact that my RAM is losing to like a Bison.
Yeah,
is
and the
not
Ram
okay.
is the most common gun you're going to get because there's what 3 different types of Rams and 3 different colors,
Yeah. Okay. I see where you're coming from.
and then it
Like I was fine with an M4 being floor loot.
But they had to make it freaking semi-auto.
Like, and then changing the M4 to a burst was terrible.
Or burst, what I meant.
yeah, it's just you rather use the green M4 over the blue one.
Yeah, it's bad. It's terrible. I feel like after 4 seasons, they really need to spice up the map a little. Like they added what, a tunnel?
Yeah, we need to change map up.
They added freaking the bunkers, but there's almost no red cards.
Yeah, and I mean like
If
those
you-
are only good so like for so long because then if you want your loadout, you're probably not going to use any of the shit you found.
Yeah, it's rush loadout, rush ghost, pop a UAV, and that's the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, we're dog shit. We don't use too many UAVs.
we
Yeah,
don't, but also like I don't know. I feel like they still need to work a little bit on the guns.
Yeah, I want to see more guns
But
coming in and out of rotation.
I feel like it's kind of too late though. Like the game's already at the end of its life. We know they're not going to do much.
Yeah,
It's almost too late for this game. And we just kind of have to play it out till it's dead.
until next gen comes
Until-
out.
next gen
Yeah.
and then the what is it, Call of Duty Cold War, like Black Ops Cold War.
I
Something like
want
that?
them
Yeah.
to make a Call of Duty that is like kind of like how Modern Warfare is, but them invest in it and put time in it and make it so it feels like a more permanent game instead of them just going on to the next title.
Yeah, this title really felt kind of like a band-aid
Yeah.
more than a solid game.
See, that's why I like fighting games too, because a lot of fighting, like just the idea. I just want to put this idea out of like Mortal Kombat 9 was a game that was put out and stayed relevant for more than 4 years. Like Soul Calibur too. So any good relevant fighting game right now, like they support their games longer than I think shooters do. Like take CS:GO for an example. That's a good example too. They supported that game forever. They always keep tweaking the game and whatnot. They're always doing shit. Where Call of Duty, it's like, okay, you have your 2 years and that's it.
Well, CS:GO was in a long stagnant place for a while.
But the idea is supporting your game for longer than the 2 years.
Oh
that-
yeah, for sure. They should do it like kind of like League of Legends or Fortnite. League of Legends does a new patch
Yeah.
every 2 weeks. And you know, cuz that's what their game is, you know.
Exactly.
Constantly keeping the meta moving, constantly keeping everything going.
I honestly wish that we got a Black Ops 2 quality game with like League sort of dedication.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Black Ops 2 game, like, it didn't require hella patches. Like when it was like at its peak, there were very few things wrong with the game. Like it felt like a complete game.
Yeah, you could play whatever gun, whatever play style that you wanted to, and you didn't feel like you were penalized for doing it.
Yeah, like I could run around with shotguns and still get a decent amount of kills, and not feel like I was dog shit. Same with fucking SMGs, ARs. I could even run with snipers and still get good amount of kills.
Throwing knives felt so good in that game.
Oh yeah, the tomahawks and the ballistic knives.
Oh man.
I started
Dude,
running at
you
towards
could-
the end of the game, and
you could-
I used to get feeds.
You could run a crossbow pretty easily. Like those are pretty good too.
Yeah.
The LMGs weren't terrible. You just would get fucked if you were reloading. But that's
I miss
always
old
an
trick
LMG thing.
shotting.
Yeah,
like
like
trick shotting. You used to trick shot. You can't trick shot in
you
this
can't
game.
titty knack no more, fool.
You can't insta swap. You can't titty knack. You can't knack. You can't anything. You could
And
barely
they
do
dare
1080.
and they dare to give us rust.
I know. And I can't 360 off that? Come on.
I know, but I gotta have my fucking 80 like a sensitivity dummy high, and that's all I can really do.
I do like
It's a shame.
how the gun customization does feel more impactful in this game though.
Oh yeah, easily. I really
I agree.
I like the gunsmith aspect.
Yeah.
I like how
agree.
I just like how they did the class setup overall. Like, because they always try to make the class setup different in each Call of Duty. Like, they try to do the wild cards in the Black Ops games.
Yeah, I
and
didn't
stuff.
like that.
I was pretty happy with Modern Warfare's class setup.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
back
like
to
how-
instead of rolling guns, you'd open up chests to get guns.
Yeah, I like the fact that we like our classes, they don't have 10 slots total. Like we can have 5 attachments on our gun, 5 attachments on our secondary, depending on
Mhm.
if it has attachments. You can run attack and a lethal and all your perks, and you're not penalized for having more attachments on your gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how old Call of Duty was.
Yeah, I was not a big fan of that because it just felt very limiting.
Thank you for everyone who's listening, and hopefully that this is going to be a recurring thing. I'm just excited for this. It's been fun recording, and just having the process of figuring out topics. I just want to thank everyone for listening. And until next time, we can spark another one,
Adios.
Cheers, boys.
Ooh.